Thanks a lot. So, guys, so why analytics? Analytics is an interesting area. The world is moving towards AI. Going forward, you will see AI coming in the front. That we have already seen a bit of AI, which is the generative AI. And trust me, it's just the beginning of the iceberg. It's a tip of the iceberg. You will have the days in which the complete automation is going to come in. Now, as one of the business functions, sooner or later, we will also be impacted. Unfortunate for us, people in HR are not very technology oriented. That's one. Second is all these LLMs, all these chatbots, chat GPTs, and etc. All of them happen to be an advanced data analytics tools, and there is a tons and tons of data to train these responses. And generative AI is just beginning. You will see much more advanced versions coming in. When I had begun my journey for analytics in 2019 somewhere, we used to define only four stages. I'll come to that model. Now, there's an interesting thing that happened. I travel a lot for my work, and I was coming back from Delhi, I guess. My flight was delayed, kind of close to 70, 80 minutes. So initially, I tried to listen to music. Thereafter, got bored, took my headphones away, and started seeing there was an animated discussion happening. There was a very senior person who was talking to slightly team lead level position person, and both of them were discussing for quite some time. And it sort of stuck me because the discussion was very animated. So I moved bit closer towards them, and then I started hearing terms which are related to HR, and then I realized it's a CHRO who is talking to his one down, and they were having a big trouble in terms of their data. They were having a big trouble in terms of people not understanding AI in their team. I allowed the discussion to happen for some time, and thereafter I started stepping in, and then I come to know the CHRO was a very senior person who had close to 30, 35 years of experience. His name was, I for the purpose of discussion, I'm just calling him Sunil, but the name was different. He was talking to his colleague Krishnan, and when I stepped in, obviously they were taken back, a stranger stepping in, and I said that, could I help you? And then they thought I'm talking about flight. But the moment I told them that I am also from your field and I think I can help you, and that's what it stuck to them. Sunil gave me a response, why should we listen to you? And I said, that's a valid point. I don't carry 34 years of experience like you, but I have certain exposure towards technology. I'm a technology enthusiast. Spent quite some time in understanding technology. I have been working in the HR strategy tech, HR strategy. So I have decent understanding about what the things are going around. And when I started giving some responses to them, that's what few things started becoming clear. Now, the current teams do not understand what is AI. They see Chat GPT as something which is a panacea of all the problems. Everything could be solved. एक button दबा दिया दुनिया everything whatever the problems got solved at the click of a button. That's not the case. The other point is people have FOMOing in. They are spending a lot of money around it, but they have no idea where to begin. That was the problem with Krishnan. He had spent quite some organization's resources, close to 2 lakhs on different trainings, and still he didn't know how to get started. Okay, so bit introduction about the firm I'm representing here. I'm representing Automate Reporting. Now, it's the reason this firm came into existence is one, HR is the last place where you see intelligent technologies coming in. The sales marketing would be miles ahead of it, decades ahead of it, because business and the business owners have got a vested interest in investing in technology, but that's not the case. Multiple reasons are there. Our CHROs don't understand tech, they don't understand numbers, they are not data driven. A lot of those reasons. But with AI coming in forefront, with the analytics coming in forefront, this is not going to help anyone. So that's the reason I started stepping in. Now, what we are trying to do is we are trying to automate those manual reportings. And trust me, guys, there are a lot of technologies which are existing as we speak to automate a lot of work. It's only about somebody coming and starting the integration part of it. Now, we want to provide intelligent and automated solutions. Roadmap is, I think I've already showed you the attrition report. Not decided how you're going to move ahead post that, but the initial part is also to educate the entire community around it. So, who am I? I am Vimal, part of 12-14 batch. Like you, I started my career as in fact, I had an interesting choice. I started my career as strategy and analytics consultant. But what was really different from my journey compared to yours is I took a pivot just after I graduated from college. I started investing time in the government examinations. One of my friends cracked the IAS rank 38. I got super inspired and he said, okay, Aja, IAS easy hai. And that's the time I jumped in, took the pivot, started investing a lot of time. So I was working at my firm and at the same time investing a lot of time in these government examinations. The one thing which I learned there was first time I gave the examination fell flat on my face, even could not clear the prelims. That's the time it occurred to me just one brand or a college label doesn't really help you. What exactly the person you are, that is the defining part. Started investing a lot of time again and became reasonably successful. Gave 4 IS interviews. Unfortunately, always used to miss out the final list by 10-20 marks. So had I cleared that, I would have been given some other gyan. But what I really learned from this entire exposure is any subject could be learned, any subject could be mastered. You need to have a strategic approach to it. Thereafter, close to 2 years back, started investing a lot of time in technology, where I started seeing people were doing wonders with the technology. I started following Reddit. There you had a very beautiful community called Data is Beautiful. It's a very popular community, close to 2 crore or 3 crore accounts there. And they post really awesome graphs in terms of not only the graphs, but in terms of how the stories could be drawn from those graphs. Now, initially, I used to just look at them and admire them, and thereafter, one fine day, started asking, "Kaise kiya? How did you do it?" And everyone started responding, "Python." And like Python, but what exactly Python? Analyze the data in Python, visualize in Python, and I had no clue what they're talking about. And that's what I started investing time in the analytics tools, started spending a lot of time. So, guys, when I initially started, I would be stuck on an error for days, not able to compile a file, stuck for days, not able to know which technology to use, would be stuck for weeks. But over a period of time, started using more technology and became more conversant.